It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Moscow comments on nuclear tech transfer to key ally. Russia does not plan to give Belarus the know-how to modify its planes to carry nuclear missiles. To modify its planes to carry nuclear missiles, a senior diplomat said. The whole key point of this video is that, look, 10 years, 11, 12 years ago, even 6 or 7 years ago, you would have never heard about these guys talking about nuclear missiles in the news. So why are they talking about nukes in the news in these last days? Because we are in the last days. We are living in the end times. So nuclear talks are in the news. Matthew 24 verse 7. Okay, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So it says, Russia does not intend to give Belarus the technology that will allow it to modify its military jets to carry nuclear weapons. Check that out. A senior Russian diplomat said on Friday. But come on. Okay, Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. Okay? These devils are unstable. They are unstable. And what I mean by unstable, I mean in their minds, they're unstable. 1 minute they'll say something, and then the next minute they'll change their mind. So Russia says that they would not allow their military to carry nuclear weapons, but guess what? It's going to happen. You know why? Because Putin is going to change his mind. And a matter of fact, in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, it tells you that evil thought shall come into the mind of these Russians. Speaking of Gog and Magog, which is Russia, right? So the president of modern day Gog and Magog, he gonna change his mind. He gonna have an evil thought. You know what? Well, now that I think about it, what happens if I really put nukes on Belarus planes? So, speaking at the UN General Assembly First Committee, which handles arms control and security issues, Konstantin Vorontsov, deputy head of Russian delegation, voiced concerns about the possibility of NATO moving its nuclear. NATO. This proves that NATO has nukes too. NATO moving its and when that time comes, according to biblical prophecy, NATO is going to shoot nukes on the United States of America. You know why? Because they're going to see the United States of America as their main problem. The main problem, what's going on with their economy, with their financial system. So NATO is going to shoot nukes on the Great Horde too, which is Babylon the Great. Babylon, which is the United States of America. So it says they voiced concerns of the possibility of NATO moving its nuclear infrastructure closer to Russian border. Moscow's envoy noted that Poland was recently considering full involvement in nuclear missions. Such activities from Warsaw have been significantly beefed up. This is being taken into consideration by Belarus and Russia, he said, adding that the Allied countermeasures fully comply with the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. Continuing on, the diplomat said these steps include transfer of Russia's Iskander-M systems, which are armed with conventional missiles, right? Nuclear-like missiles, to Belarus. And down here, what do we see? Read more, right? Belarus explains nukes talks with Russia. So guess what? Putin is going to change. Hey, you see that smile on Putin's face? He's going to change his mind. He's going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put nukes on those planes. Vorontsov said another measure would be to equip the Belarusian Su-25 aircraft with the means to carry nuclear weapons, but that the transfer of technologies that will allow such weapons to be equipped is not on the cards. He explained that Russia plans neither to physically equip Belarusian systems with nuclear warheads, even though those plans are going to change. You know why? I'll show you why. Because the Lord is going to put it into their hearts to fulfill his will and to give his kingdom unto the beast, which the beast is NATO, right? Revelation 17 verse 17, it says, for God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill what? To fulfill what? To fulfill what? To fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, shall be fulfilled. So the Lord is going to put it in the mind of Putin to put nuclear bombs on those planes. Okay? So it says, he explained that Russia plans neither to physically equip Belarusian systems with nuclear warheads, nor transfer such warheads to Belarusian territory. He stressed that Moscow also has no intention of establishing facilities for stockpiling nuclear weapons in Belarus. Continuing on, it says, the diplomat went on to say that Russia will closely monitor NATO's policies, particularly after Poland suggested hosting U.S. nuclear weapons on its territory. This will be a highly destabilizing step. That's obvious. Vorontsov warned. In late August, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said Minsk had finished preparing some of its military aircraft to carry nuclear weapons. He had requested Russia's help in this regard during a meeting with President Vladimir Putin in late June, when he voiced concerns over Poland's request for the United States to deploy its nuclear weapons on its soil. So guess what? Nuclear war, it's going down. Matthew chapter 24 verse 6. It says, and ye shall, these are the words of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And ye shall hear of and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars, but we are commanded to be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. With that, I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.